I'm Alex from NC Engineers.
Hey, I'm Alex.
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 Hey, I'm Alex Green.
Hey, I'm Alex Green.
Hey, I'm Alex Green. Hey, I'm Alex Green. Hey, I'm Alex. Hey, I'm Alex. Hey, I'm Alex.
Hey, I'm Alex.
Hey, everyone, I'm Alex. Hey, I'm Alex. I'm Alex. Hey, I'm Alex. 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 So I'm Alex. I'm Alex. So I'm Alex. 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 So I'm Alex. 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 I'm Alex.
I'm Alex, and it's been 10 years since my first video on this channel, and I'm super excited about this video because I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff I've never talked about before. So my first video on this channel was February 19th, 2012, exactly 1 month before my 12th birthday, and it technically was not my first channel. In fact, I've had I think 12 channels total on YouTube. First, I want to talk about all the channels I've made, and then we're going to go back to the beginning of this channel and talk about a lot of really interesting stuff that I think is interesting, at least, or maybe it's just me, but we'll see. So as many of you know, I started YouTube with Lego, because I mean, that was like what I loved as a kid, and I had seen YouTube videos of people doing stuff with Lego, and I discovered what Lego stop motion was, so I started making those in around 2010. What I didn't know is that I could actually upload videos. I thought only like special people could. So it was in 2011 that my dad showed me how to upload to YouTube so that I could actually share videos with people. Instead of burning it to a DVD or having to put it on a hard drive, I could actually just send them a link, which was pretty crazy. It was in 2012 that I made this channel as a way to host videos for my blog, because I didn't have enough money for like video hosting, but I realized if I just post it to YouTube, I can embed it into my blog. But people started watching on YouTube, and this is when I realized I can make videos and random people can watch them. And I became absolutely obsessed with the idea of creating videos for people to watch. Now, I didn't have a ton of friends as a kid, but anytime a friend came over or anytime I went to their house starting in 2012, I'd be like,
So what do you want to make a video on?
and they'd be like, what? I'd be like,
Well, what videos do you want to make?
they're like, videos for what? And I was like,
For YouTube. What's your channel?
I'm like, I don't have a YouTube channel. I was like,
Oh, you want to make a channel together? We can collab on a channel, or like you can post on my channel, I can post to yours, or you can help me with my videos on my channel. What do you want to make videos about? Do you want to make one on animals, or do you want to make it Lego videos?
and it was just guaranteed that if you were coming over to see me or I was going to see you, I was bringing a camera and we were going to make videos. You were there to help me make videos, no other purpose. And surprisingly, the friends that I did have were okay with it. And so later in 2012, I made a sports stacking channel and a skits channel. In 2013, I made a personal Minecraft channel and a community gaming channel, something kind of like Machinima or Phase, where me and my friends could post gaming videos together to those channels. In 2014, I made a vlog and lifestyle channel. In 2015, I made a channel for my SMP roleplay Minecraft server, a new vlog channel, and a community herpetology channel, similar to the gaming one in the past. In 2017, I made a photo, video, and editing channel, and throughout those years, I helped probably a dozen other people with their channels, because I just wanted to do anything I could to get involved with YouTube channels, helping them edit, make graphics, thumbnails, titles, whatever they needed. I wanted to be a part of it. But we're jumping ahead of ourselves, because this video is about the big ol' channel that's GoHerping now. And I want to jump back to before I even knew YouTube was a thing, because that's where this channel begins.
Hello. I am Alex, and this is GSpy. These are some more,
So the earliest videos I can find that I made are from 2007. They were mostly science and nature related, primarily inspired by stuff that I saw on Animal Planet. So stuff like Steve Irwin, Big Cat Diary, different shows like that. So after signing up for some newsletters and magazines to like the National Geographic magazine, like an Animal Planet newsletter, just ways I could stay updated and informed on the science nature of the world, I became super inspired around 9 years old and decided to make my own magazine. And it was called Nature News. I stapled it together and I sold it to my family and friends, and I'd get like 1 to 3 sales each time. And I did, I don't know, like 5 or 6 of those, and I kind of stopped and did other projects, but I decided to return to the idea in 2012, but this time to digitize it, because I had discovered some actual nature blogs and I was like, I'm gonna make a nature blog. So I did. However, naturenews.wordpress.com was taken, so being in North Carolina, I made it North Carolina Nature News, or NC Nature News at wordpress.com. The blog was primarily texts and photos of things I would find or different little explorations I would go on in the backyard, but eventually I wanted to start adding videos because of course I would incorporate videos in everything I did. But since I could not afford any video hosting, YouTube was a great free tool for me to do that, and then I could click the embed button and put it straight onto my WordPress blog. It was super useful. And I did everything I could to get as many readers as physically possible. I even went to the point of entering people's emails that I knew without their permission to make sure that they would never miss an update from yours truly. I started with family and friends, but I ran out of family and friends. But I figured out how to send bulk emails to my school because there were certain email addresses that automatically copied every single student in the school. And so every couple months I would send an update of what's going on and how you can sign up to my blog. But the school got tired of that, so I decided to transition. About once a month, I would ride my bike around the neighborhood and put flyers in everyone's mailboxes with a couple updates on the local nature, and of course asking them to sign up to my nature blog with a link. And the hard work paid off because after hundreds of flyers, I got a comment from someone named Mrs. Hawkins who said she got a card from me and decided to check out my blog, and she became one of my first usual readers. I honestly have no idea who she is, and I never met her, but apparently she was one of my neighbors who got my flyer and did not report me for illegally using US postal mailboxes, which you're not supposed to do. But then again, when you're a kid, you can get away with more illegal activities for your own benefit. Now, once I got a few readers, they'd occasionally like email me or comment just with various things, and oftentimes they'd be like, oh cool, you're definitely gonna work for like National Geographic in the future. I can definitely see that. Of course, they meant that as a compliment, but I took offense to it, and I would respond being like, I'm not gonna work for National Geographic. I'm going to beat National Geographic. My plan was actually to dominate the entire nature industry and destroy Animal Planet, National Geographic, and BBC Earth combined at their own games by creating something even better. So at 12 years old, getting a job as a nature photographer was quite underwhelming. I wanted world domination on the nature industry. And I started with some bangers like bird watching, walking around a pond.
So we're gonna be looking in this place a lot. We'll come by here a lot.
And my cat killing a bird.
Okay, now he will guard the area, keeping everything away from that bird.
Now on the YouTube channel itself, I didn't get my first subscriber, aside from myself with my other YouTube channel, until 4 months later after posting my 8th video. So it took 8 videos to get 1 actual subscriber. That was not me. And I didn't get a second real subscriber until 4 months after the first subscriber. So it was 8 months and 2 subscribers. But 3 months after creating my channel, I had my first big breakthrough. I created a new series called 5 Minutes of Peace. This was basically nature ASMR videos. I would just stick the camera somewhere, record for 5 minutes, and post it. Now the first episode hit 5 views, and I was like, oh my god. 5 people, well 4 because one was me, have watched my 5 Minutes of Peace episode 1. And so of course I made a second and it got 8 views. That is like a 40% increase. 8, 7 minus myself, maybe 6 because I probably refreshed it once or twice. About 5 to 6 people, okay, have watched my videos, because previously I was getting literally 0 views on these videos. But then it was when I posted, okay, are you ready? Episode 3 of 5 Minutes of Peace. In a single day, 22 views. I absolutely lost it. I was watching these views. 22 people, because I was imagining this, like imagine standing on a stage or in front of a group and there are 22 people in the audience listening to you, to what you're saying, or watching your video. That's what it was. There was 22 individual people, again, probably not exactly 22, but let a boy dream, that had tuned in to watch what he had created. And this was when his obsession absolutely skyrocketed to the point of no return. The success from this video was so insane that I decided to monetize it.
Nature of Fall, 5 Minutes of Peace Extended Edition. It has 3 tracks, including Fall Afternoon, Autumn Shower, and Trickling Creek. You can put it in your computer, in your stereo, and in the car. And because each track is extended to 20 minutes each, you get 1 hour of nature recordings. Nature of Fall, available now.
Now, I think it's funny because I mentioned this like a year ago in another video, and my favorite comment was, my man really handing out nature mixtapes. Now, the extended edition was really crazy because I extended each sound to 20 minutes, which was actually just a 5-minute loop of the first nature sound repeated 4 times, and I sold a copy. Honestly, most exciting sale of my life. Now, after shipping it, I don't even know if I shipped it or if it was local. I think I shipped it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't make any money after shipping, but who cares? I basically felt like the king of the world. I just created something that somebody considered valuable, or maybe they didn't actually consider it valuable and they actually just wanted to give $12 to some random child. Either way, I created something of value that somebody gave me money for. And if you thought 22 views in 1 day was a dopamine rush, I can't tell you what a crisp $10 bill feels like. From this point forward, I went on to sell 2 or 3 photo prints and a self-published book. I sold 1 copy. There's still one available according to the site. I don't know where that copy is. And so by the end of 2012, I was having so much fun making the videos that I kind of transitioned away from like the articles and blog posts and even some of the photos and focused on videos. Although I was still primarily making them to put on my blog, I was starting to see some organic traction from YouTube itself. I recorded some new nature explorations, some animal rescues, and a herping video before I even knew what the term was. And so starting off year 2 in 2013, I saw more opportunities. I was even invited on a private tour to the Duke Lemur Center, which was like hundreds of dollars to get one of these private tours. But because I left those flyers in my mailbox, one of my neighbors that worked at the center invited me on a private tour in return for a video. And that was like my first like gig, I guess. I didn't get paid for it, and they never even shared the video that I made. But either way, I got a poppin' lemur video out of it, and I got to be face to face with a bunch of lemurs. I literally was it was like I was in the jungle. This was my first like National Geographic level documentary. It was epic, and it really showed that those flyers paid off. So of course in 2013 I was hyper obsessed with making videos, but only some of them were on the NC Nature News channel. I was still posting a lot on the Lego channel and started one of my Minecraft channels and the sports stacking channel. I was posting on 4 channels at the same time. Basically, if it was an interest I had, I was making videos about it. Viewership across each channel was pretty similar at the time. The Lego channel was actually doing the best and had over 100 subscribers. The sports stacking and Minecraft channels occasionally got some traction because they were pretty popular at the time in like 2013. Not crazy popular, but even then more people were seeking out Lego stop motions than they were some kid walking around the forest. And so instead of celebrating subscribers throughout this time, I would celebrate email signups because I saw the most value in people that I could send a newsletter to, but I didn't quite realize the value that YouTube would give me just yet. So I hit 100 signups in 2013, which was 1.5 years after I created the blog, and I made a celebratory video for that. At the time, I had 24 subscribers. And it was around this time that I saw my first herping video do quite well. It got 800 views. Like, in all seriousness, 800 is a very big jump, and it was very interesting to see. And from these videos, I was able to start building a few like more loyal subscribers or viewers. One of my very first subscribers who I was extremely excited about was Yosemite Bear 62, who most of you actually know as Double Rainbow Guy.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
So basically, he of course made the double rainbow video, and I saw that video, and from then I would watch and comment on every single one of his videos, because he had like this small farm in California, and he would basically vlog before vlogging was a thing. And he saw my comments, and he actually started watching my videos. So he passed away in 2020. Throughout the years, he legitimately was one of my like biggest supporters. He was always giving the most friendly advice and feedback and support ever, and it was super useful. I mean, some very legitimate like advice that I still follow is just record what you're doing. Just record everything. Just always carry a camera on you. Always make sure you're filming it, and simply document everything you do. It will 100% pay off, and even if it doesn't get much viewership, you will be able to look back on that stuff as great memories. And so I basically always took that advice and still do. I mean, that's why he had that huge video pop off, because he would simply record everything he did almost every day. And of course, the double rainbow video took off the most, while some of his other videos only got like 20 to 40 views. And he was 100% one of the nicest people I've ever talked to. And I continued my series of 5 minutes of peace after selling my one good old nature mixtape, and started my second official series called Herping and Exploring after the success of my Catching an American Toad video, which was not an American toad, and a green anole video where I just harassed a bunch of green anoles in a park for 20 minutes. And it was at this point that I decided that YouTube itself might actually be a way to find new members instead of just using it as a hosting site, because I was actually starting to put more work into the channel and seeing a quicker return directly from organic YouTube growth than I was like WordPress and like word of mouth and stuff, and ways to get people to sign up there. So I slowly started transitioning my focus. I'd always make sure that the blog and stuff was updated with new videos, but it was at this time I was like, YouTube is really something special. 2013 is also the year I started actually keeping a few animals, or reptiles specifically. And of course I made videos on them, but these actually showed less of a, like, got fewer views basically. So I stuck mostly with the exploring and herping videos, just the outdoor activities. And at the start of 2014, my channel had a whopping 3,000 lifetime views and 28 subscribers. I posted the occasional reptile like care tip video, but I mostly focused the channel on the outdoor activities. I did a hat giveaway after reaching 200 member signups to the email list, but the winner never claimed their prize, and I was honestly kind of sad about it. By the end of 2014, I had passed 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel and 13,000 views total. And it was at this point that the NC Nature News channel was officially bigger than all of my other channels. So in 2015, I did continue to try and build my Minecraft channels, because they actually were, I really wanted the Minecraft ones to take off a little bit more, if I'm gonna be honest. But I did decide to show some more of my other interests on the nature channel, including bushcraft, knives, and arson, kind of. Look, I wasn't an arsonist, but I did have kind of this obsession with fire, and I legitimately almost burned down the entirety of North Carolina in many videos.
Right now, out-of-control wildfires are raging across California. Thousands forced to evacuate and firefighters desperate to contain the flames. NBC News correspondent.
But eventually I dialed my videos down specifically to herping. 2015 was also the year that I learned about something called the YouTube Partner Program, which basically meant that advertisements could show on your videos and you get some of the money. It honestly sounded a little bit like a scam, because I would literally get paid for uploading videos. Like, that doesn't make any... How would I get paid for that? But I looked into it and it was legit. It was a real YouTube service. And so I emailed this to my mom. I'm gonna apply the YouTube channel for partnership just to try it out, and you can always disable it. I can choose if ads pop up on my videos, and I wanna see if I can make anything. My estimated earnings per month right now is 25 cents to $3 a month or something. But since I don't like ads, I might not even keep it going with ads, but I'll see. Anyway, YouTube knows that I'm under 18, so I need you to agree with this. Usually I would say I'm just 18, but I don't want my YouTube channel to be reported or something for it. You don't have to read it though, lol. And so I sent her the terms of service of the YouTube partner program. And I joined in 2015, and by the end of the year, I had made $33. It was at this moment that I was like, well, YouTube has to become a priority. A, I love YouTube. B, I'm seeing more growth. And C, I can make money, like actual dollars that get like sent to me in the mail. Well, they didn't send me cash, but they would send a check that my mom could deposit into her account and then take it out in cash for me to have and sniff and count. However, I did continue focusing on newsletter signups and the blog because I did just have this fear that maybe my channel could just disappear one day or get deleted, so I wanted that as a backup. And in 2016, I was posting more than ever, but admittedly, I was feeling a little bit defeated for the first time. I had seen these other channels. I mean, 2016, YouTube was getting quite popular. There were people with hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers that had been on YouTube for a lot less time than I had. And I had been on YouTube for 4 years at this point, but I hardly had 400 subscribers. At this point, I also really hated school, and I hated even more how much time school took away from my YouTube video making time. But it was once I started making about 10 to 15, maybe $20 a month from YouTube that I knew I wanted to be a YouTuber. In 2016, I knew other people were doing this full time, and I knew if I could go from $3 a month to $10 a month to $15 a month, what's to stop it from continue growing? Now, I was still uploading to other channels and running a Minecraft server, which I really cared about. So making videos for 3 channels simultaneously, running this Minecraft server that meant a lot to me, and trying to get passing grades in school was really hard. So I would spend the summer doing as much work as possible as I could on the YouTube channels, because I knew that it would be limited when school time came around again. At the end of the summer. So I really went hard on just making things better. I rebranded the channel to GoHerping. I ran frequent surveys. I would post like once a month a survey for subscribers to fill out and telling them like everything they like and dislike about the channel, just to get as much subscriber feedback as possible. And I even tried out a giveaway because I saw some channels do that. So when I hit 600 subscribers, I gave away a tripod. So since I could only really make herping videos in the warm months, I would spend the cooler months of the year doing the indoor videos on my animals. And I realized it was my videos with things that people would search for that would do the best. How to avoid stuck shed on snakes, or how to remove snake musk from skin. Things that people would actually look up instead of just like some herping for a certain snake or something. So I focused a bit more on care videos and tutorials on things that I felt I had general knowledge on. Eventually though, I started doing how-to videos for herping because I really actually preferred herping. It was like the thing I enjoyed the most. It just was simply a smaller community. Not many people cared about herping and not many people wanted to learn how to go herping. However, on August 19th, 2016, I hit 1,000 subscribers.
But I made this little cardboard play button for myself because it passed 1,000 subscribers, which is really unbelievable to think about. I've been making videos since 2012, and from then until like the start of this year, it took me that long to hit 500 subscribers. And then all of a sudden, in this past month, in the past like 30 days, I've gotten more subscribers than I ever had in those years.
And by the end of the year, I had actually made $1,000 from YouTube total. However, I ran into my first little bout of controversy. Basically, the herping community, it generally had a pretty great dislike for the reptile keeping community. These are mostly people that said you shouldn't be keeping them in enclosures, you definitely shouldn't be catching them and keeping them, you gotta catch and release, anything past that is not cool. So I wasn't actually super welcomed into this community at this point because I was doing about 50-50 herping and keeping, and at the same time people that are watching the reptile keeping videos didn't have anything against herping, they just didn't care about it that much. So the herping videos were getting less views because it was a smaller community, more negative feedback because they didn't like me making herping videos because I kept reptiles. It's also something that's hard to do by yourself, and I always preferred making solo videos, but I didn't even like have a car at this point. I couldn't drive, so it was pretty limited what I could do anyway. However, I did have a few animals rehomed to me for the first time. A corn snake and a red-eared slider were the first two, and over time, this happened a little bit more often. Some of the animals were from subscribers, and other were from acquaintances. Like if, say, one of my family's friends had a reptile and they're like, oh, you have that kid that does the things with the snakes, does he want this one? And I ended up acquiring a few that way and making videos on those. So I started expanding to that, along with some reptile product reviews, some how-to videos, and some reptile room tours, which did quite well. And at this point, I started diversifying a little bit and started making money from affiliate programs, which made it seem more realistic, because if I could make money from more than one source, I don't have to just make money from just YouTube ads. And being a YouTuber is a lot more realistic, because it was quite a while ago that I was 100% like YouTuber is the dream job. This was before now, when everyone seems to want to be a YouTuber. This was when being a YouTuber, either what is that? That doesn't make money. That's not a real job. And why would you want to do that? That's dumb. But now it's like everyone wants to do that, I guess. But it was like 2014 to 15. I was like, I want to be a YouTuber. I don't even know if that's actually a thing or if I can make money. But it was once I could diversify my money, I was like, I think I can be a YouTuber. So from this point forward, it was my goal to prove that I could have a career without college. So by the end of 2016, I stopped uploading on most of my other channels and just focused on the GoHerping channel. And after 5 years on YouTube, I hit 10,000 subscribers, which was a huge jump from just 400 after 4 years. But at this point, even finishing high school felt impossible. I was a terrible student, I had terrible grades, and I hated every minute of it. So in 2017, after I finished 10th grade and went into that summer, I absolutely did everything I could to just build everything. Build viewers, build revenue streams, build like a savings account, just everything I could. I posted constantly. I actually restarted my herping series. I began vlogging. I did free brand sponsorships in return for products. And I got my income up to around $500 a month. And when summer ended, I simply never went back to school. Now it's kind of a long story, because it's not as simple as like not showing up, because that's kind of a problem. So I think this is already long. I'll save it for a separate video on exactly how I avoided school from that point forward. And it was shortly after this decision that I started co-creating Emerald Scales in late 2017. This was a way to generate an additional source of revenue that not only didn't rely on YouTube ads, but didn't even rely on YouTube at all if we could make this thing work. So in theory, it would be an additional revenue source in addition to the YouTube ads, merchandise that I started selling, viewer support like Patreon, and a few other side hustles away from YouTube. It was also in 2017, I actually restarted one of my other channels, which was for photo, video, and editing tutorials, basically taking the skills that I learned from my first channel and applying them to a second. But I realized splitting up and dividing my time like that was not the best idea. I needed to focus it down to grow this one primary channel. And by the end of the year, I had hundreds of videos total, 4 million views total, and 40,000 subscribers. In 2018, I focused on pet care, personal reptiles, vlogs, and documenting the launch and growth of Emerald Scales as its own website. At the end of the year, I had 96,000 subscribers, so just shy of 100,000, and I was making $2,000 a month at this point. In 2019, I transitioned to focusing on rehomed reptiles and posted my first ever unboxing video. I had about 300,000 subscribers, and right at the end of 2019, I had made a total of just over $100,000 on YouTube. In 2020, I passed 500 total videos, 500,000 subscribers, and 50 million views, which was the most explosive year of growth yet. In 2021, added on an extra 25 million views, past 600,000 subscribers, and after 10 years, I'm somehow still pulling in 2 million views a month. This is from 500,000 unique viewers, with 250,000 of you returning to my channel every single month. So basically, you've helped me achieve every single goal I had as a child, except for dominating National Geographic at their own game. I haven't quite done that one yet. Also, when I was 12, I told myself I'd use my future profits to buy my dream car, a 2010 Jeep Wrangler, which I still haven't bought. So sorry about that, smaller Alex. But ultimately, here we are now. 10 years of this channel, 12 channels total, but I was able to make one work. And if my 12-year-old self, or even my 16 or 17-year-old self could see the channel now and see all the analytics and see like the audience and who's in it and the response to videos and how the videos do, the quality of the videos, I think he would be quite pleased. And in my position right now, I am quite pleased and very thankful. And so whether you joined and you've watched a couple videos or you've watched them all, and if you've been here for a day or maybe 10 years, none of you have been here 10 years because there was nobody here 10 years ago, but whenever, I really appreciate it. And although I did just talk about a lot of numbers, it's definitely, I feel like I'm good about not focusing on just the numbers. I definitely do get wrapped up, and a lot of my mood each day is based on solely how the last video I posted is performing. YouTube totally engulfed my life at a very young age, and it is still that way. And I'm not complaining at all. I really like YouTube. I really like the platform. I really like the people on the platform. I love making videos. I love watching YouTube videos. I mean, people are always like, I see you in every comment section. People literally think I'm a comment bot because I comment on so many videos. No, I just live on YouTube. I am always on YouTube. I mean, there's been a lot of things I've been grateful for because of, YouTube specifically and viewers and everything. But one is for one, the timing. The timing was pretty dang good because I got the opportunity to build on YouTube before I had to pay my own bills. Because I was 12. 12-year-olds tend to live with their parents, as I did. And I was able to create income. I kind of saw this limit of before I'm 18, I need to reach this goal. And that was possible because of kind of how early I discovered YouTube as a platform and how early I discovered some of my passions, like making videos, because tons of my passions have changed over the years. And I'm super happy that I still have such a passion for videos and YouTube. And YouTube is the passion that I've had longer than any other passion, and using cameras and creating content and stuff. And of course, it only worked out for me to continue being able to do that is because people decided to support me and the channel, literally all of you watching. It can be very easy to get caught up in the numbers and stuff. Like I said, I really did feel pretty defeated. Not even defeated, just kind of bummed. Man, I've been doing this for 4 years and I don't even have 400 subscribers. Well, that's because the videos are really bad. There's usually reasons. You gotta make it's like any skill. You have to develop the skill. And the funny thing is sometimes if you watch, say this video, it's well, I'm sitting here talking. Anyone can talk. It's not that hard. But if I try to make a video style I'm not comfortable making or not used to making, I'm oh my God, making videos is so much harder than I realized. Because doing this feels pretty easy. But ultimately, it is a skill that I've developed over time. It's nothing special with me. It's purely because I spent so much time on it. If you want to become a professional baseball player, it's not going to be just a year of work and then, oh, now you're a baseball player. Sure, there's probably going to be a couple people that, their channels explode in a very short period of time, or you're just insanely naturally good at baseball and you're well, now you're a pro now. It's going to take a long time to develop the experience and the skills. And I think my videos from a year ago are horrible. I think my videos from 2 years ago are even worse. My videos from 5 years ago are disgusting. And then 10 years ago, I think they're kind of cute because it's so far away. If you want to, say, be a full-time YouTuber, it's not one of those jobs where you cannot like it. There's many jobs many people do where they simply don't like it, but they can deal with it and do it anyway. The thing about YouTube is you truly have to have a passion for it or else it's just not going to work out. The amount of time and energy and just kind of emotional drain as well. You have to kind of put your all into it. And it also can oftentimes reap much greater benefits than another job. So I believe on average when you make a YouTube channel, if you post consistently, you improve every time you make a video, you look at your old videos, see what you can do differently, you take advice, take feedback, try new things and try many things. On average, it's about 5 years till people see the results that they're really happy with. And I can agree with that. 5 years, 4 years, I was disappointed. Year 5, I really pushed, and it just so happened to be the 5th year that I saw the most exponential growth. So it's this weird combination of a hobby and a passion and a job. Because at the same time, anything you do as a job, even if it's your number one passion, is going to eventually feel like a job. I don't every single day want to work on a video. I'd say I want to work on videos 60 to 70% of the time, something like that. If you believe after, let's say 10 years of making videos and you do it full time and it still doesn't feel like any sort of semblance of a job, you're either a very lucky 1% or you're lying to yourself. And it's okay. Yeah, there's just days where I'm I don't really feel like doing this, but it's just some days. It's not every day. And so if you see a creator you're watching, or if you want to be a creator, or if you are a creator and you're feeling man, I'm not as passionate as other people, or I'm not loving this as much as I should. This is the dream job. Why am I not loving it every single day? There can be many reasons, but for the most part, that's normal. It's going to feel like a job, whether I don't have experience here, but if you're a full-time artist, you probably feel that. No matter how much you love art, you're not gonna, it's the fact that you're forced to do it because, well, you have to, and how are you gonna pay your bills if you don't? or anything. I don't know. Pretty much any job that starts as a passion. I think it's generally creative-based jobs, but I'm sure it's the same thing with, say, engineering. You absolutely adore physics. What goes into engineering? Chemistry? I don't know what engineers do, but you like engineering, and then you do it as a job, and then it's less fun. So my point in mentioning this is somehow, even though I don't want to every single day work on videos, I still really love it, and I'm really surprised how much I love it, especially relatively speaking. And I do think it's just worth mentioning so that you know, yes, I still really love doing this. Doesn't mean I want to do it every single day. I used to have a fear that that would disappear. A couple years, like say 2 years ago, I was so scared that I'm going to lose this passion. I'm going to burn out. At this point, I'm not really scared about it. In times that I do feel less motivated, I pretty much know how to deal with it. If I started my channel today, it would definitely be harder because while I'm almost 22, I would need some sort of money or job or something. I wouldn't be able to dedicate every moment into these projects that I'm excited about. I'm happy that I didn't get too caught up with the numbers because now there's so many people that are my age that I was. Well, let's just say the younger group of you, the 13 to 17 year olds, many of you contact me and you're like, it's just not working. I've been uploading. It's just not working out. And I'll, if you ever want my advice on your channel, I might not respond, but I'll try to. But 90% of the time, it's because there's 4 videos on your channel and they all suck. They're gonna suck. The first 50, 75, 100, maybe 200 videos are gonna be really bad. Just make sure that they're better each time. Watch your previous video. Be like, all right, what am I going to do different? And also you don't want to get stuck in something. I'm going to put words in your mouth, but I'm right. You don't want overnight success. Why would you want that? You make 4 videos and then instantly you're getting views. You don't even know if you'll like making those videos for that long. You've got to make it at least 10 times that to know if you at least enjoy it in the long term. If you get stuck making these videos just because they do well. So I'm just saying, if you want to be a YouTuber, just make YouTube videos. That's all being a YouTuber is. You can make 1 video a month and have 1 subscriber. You're still a YouTuber. You're posting to YouTube. I don't think there's anything wrong with starting YouTube with the goal to have it be a career or to do it in the long term. But you can't do it purely because of money, because it's most likely, statistically, going to be a long time before you see a return you're happy with. So you got to simply enjoy making videos. And if you feel like, I want to like making videos, but I just don't, just make different videos. There's so many. You can do gaming videos, you can do lifestyle videos, you can do vlogs, you can do how-to videos, tutorials, any niche on the planet, sports, animals, knitting. So there's literally every interest on earth and so many different styles. You can interview people, you can do podcasts. Video is such a massively open, it's like a total open world game, but with a camera. You can do whatever you want as long as it's within the terms of service of YouTube. So try lots of different things, and I still try new videos all the time. I make tons of videos I never post, and I don't even intend to post them. I just make videos because I like making videos. You don't have to make videos for people to see them. I mean, I did that for years before. I mean, I was a kid, so it's kind of different, but from age 7 to 12, that's technically 5 years of making videos that no one ever saw. It was just because I liked talking to a camera and doing things on camera. So I don't know why I'm like ranting about this, but I guess because YouTube is really fun. And if you ever have thought, I kind of want to make YouTube videos, just do it. Why not? What's there to lose? You can make them private. You don't even have to post them. Videos are cool. You should make them if you have ever had any semblance of interest, because it might just pay off. And like what I took away from what Bear Double Rainbow Guy said is like the very worst case scenario. You have all these memories of things to look back on. I'm so happy that I recorded just everything I've ever done, because I sit down still like once a week and just check out these old clips from 2008, 2012, 2015, and it's just all these cool memories. So originally there was going to be a Q&A in this video, but this is way too long, so that'll be for a separate video if you did leave questions. That was my 10-year adventure on YouTube. Honestly, I've run out of goals. Sounds so weird. I don't have any more goals right now. I'm kind of just doing things just to do them at the moment. I don't have any goals. So I can't tell you what I'm working on exactly because I have no idea. I'm kind of just hanging out, doing whatever. Hopefully soon the unboxing plushes will be here soon. I'm going to have 500 7-inch plushies. I guess I'll just fill the background with plushies. That'll be the next project, is shipping all those off and stuff. And if all goes well, if I'm happy with the quality, if you're happy with the quality, I guess that'll be my next thing, is working on more plushies. I'm Alex Green from the NC Nature News, and if you don't sign up to my newsletter, I will hunt you down, find your email, and add it to the newsletter without your permission. Thank you for watching.